Hi, I'm Josh from Job and Josh's History and Reviews. Today we're looking at the C922 Pro Stream webcam by Logitech. It comes with 1080p at 30 FPS, 720p at 60 FPS, and apparently it has background removal where it can change your background to whatever image you have behind it. It's kind of like chroma key green screen, but without a green screen. I believe they said you can do it without a green screen and with one. And I did read reviews, so before you go out and say, oh, I need to get this because I can do that, I can have a cool background, this was not ideal for it. People were complaining, saying it was terrible even with a completely flat green screen with no ripples or tears in it. They were saying it was terrible. So do not, if this is this is why you're thinking about buying it, I would recommend not getting it. Best Buy, I read, and I have no idea if I can verify this or not, was the only company online or in store that actually had this come with a tripod, which is always useful. You can clamp this onto TVs, onto monitors that are flat, like flat back. It can't be big square ones. At least I don't believe I ever read someone saying that they used it on a big square TV. In case you're still using those, but there's some people that are still using them. Tripod is fully adjustable tabletop tripod with swivel mount, extends to 18.5 centimeters. After my thing from Best Buy, because I got this as part of a bundle with the Blue Yeti professional USB microphone, it ended up costing, I believe, $19.99, and usually this goes for $79 to $99. Sometimes $120 depending on the website or store you go to. So I think I got that in a good bundle. $149.99 with tax would be $160 with the Blue Yeti. So that's really good. I saved over $70, they said, and I actually believe it because, obviously. Going back to the back, the C922, designed for serious streamers, so it's for streaming. I guess you could use it to make movies too. There are still people that are too cheap to buy a camera, used or new, and they use webcams. I believe parts of the series Louis, the comedian or whatever you want to consider him. I don't know what I consider him. I don't really watch that show, but apparently he used his MacBook Pro to shoot part of his series, and it looked good. He had a good webcam with it. But anyways, beside the point. Full HD 1080p at 30 FPS and 720p at 60 FPS. Sharp fluid video with H.264 compression. That is still HD. I believe it's MP4 or MOV. I know that MP4 is usually H.264 compression format, but I believe MOVs are also becoming that as well. High definition. 60 FPS is great if you have a 60 FPS game and you're streaming in 60 FPS, but if you're streaming in 30, 1080p is going to be fine for you. What else? I'm trying to think of everything that I've read online about this because I did a lot of research before I bought that bundle. The C920, here it is. They actually have the C920. The C922, has autofocus, and it records in stereo. So if you're looking for stereo audio for the left and right channels of someone's headset, perfect. It's a fuller sound. The C920, which is a model before this, has 1080p at 30 FPS and 720p at 30 FPS, so there's no 60 FPS. And it has autofocus and a stereo microphone. The C270 is 720p at 30 FPS. There's no other mode, just 720p, and it records in mono. So this is the one that you want if you want 1080p. And I mean, I don't know if you really need it because you're just a little square in the corner, unless you're doing things like vlogs, podcasts, and stuff like that actually have video. Otherwise, if you just want to do streaming only, I would recommend just getting the C270, not C9, C270 or C920 that are much cheaper alternatives. They go for around $79 to $50, and one of them I believe goes for $40. The C270 goes for like $40, $49, something like that. They're not too far off in price. But this one says background replacement, integrate live images while broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube, which is what I mentioned earlier with green screens, and it wasn't so good. Automatic low light correction, stream clear video, even dim light. I believe there were some people that were saying, yes, it can stream in low light, but you will suffer an FPS drop because it has to, what was it called? It has to locate the low light and bump up the gain and bump down the FPS to accommodate for the low light. So always have a bright light to keep the FPS 60 or 30 depending on what you're streaming in. C922 Pro Stream Webcam works with compatible AVEC, XSplit, and OBS compatible. XSplit, this one on BestBuy.com came with 3 months of XSplit Pro, one of the original streamers programs. It comes with 3 months free, but I do not intend to ever use XSplit again. I'm sticking to OBS because I don't want to be like on XSplit and say, oh, bullshit, OBS. Because I like OBS Studio way more. Bottom of the box, it says system requirements. Compatible with Windows 10 or later. I didn't know they're beyond Windows 10. Windows and Windows 7. Background replacement only works on Windows 7 and above. Windows 8 and 8.1. Mac OS X 10.9 or later. Yes, it will work on my Mac Mini. Exactly, my 2011 Mac Mini. That's exactly what I wanted. Visit your preferred web streaming video solution provider's website. Whoa. For exact information on system and performance requirements based on independent sales data and units aggregated from major global markets including Australia, Canada, China, France, Germany, Russian Federation, the United States of America, April 13th to March 14th, periods. Retail channel only. 1 year limited hardware warranty. Please refer to the inside of the box for further warranty details. Images are illustrative and may vary from actual product made in China. USB, that's how it's plugged in. It's USB, go figure. Made in 2017. That's awesome. Finally got something new. And basically the same stuff I just read to you, the compatibility. I'm excited to unbox this. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I just can't hide it. Oh man, I'm about to lose control. And I like it. It is time, my friends, my children, my bastards, to unbox this beauty. Okay. There we go. Cutting like a fine piece of meat, a steak at Steak and Shake, if you will, or Texas Roadhouse, whichever you prefer. I do not like Texas Roadhouse. Oh my goodness, I think I just got a whole bunch of dislikes. I don't. Anyway, opening these is almost impossible, my friends. Almost impossible. Memory card is once again running out of memory. Go figure. There's another technical issue I'm having. But I'm going to remain calm now. So, this webcam is big. I've owned other webcams, very few that I actually paid for. I actually got some from like my mother and my college and stuff, and they weren't very good. But you know what? I've watched some tests on this. I'm excited. So this is basically the size of the original PlayStation iToy. If you don't know what that is, it was a PlayStation 2 peripheral that people used to make sex videos and stuff on the PS2. So there's the unit, and I believe there's something else in here. Something really heavy. Yep, the tripod. I almost forgot about that. I actually already have one of these, but this one seems really heavy. Like, the one I have came with, I bought on, like, eBay 10 years ago for 99 cents in China, from China, and this thing has a swivel head. It is heavy. It is not cheap, but it is kind of like the same style, the same type of head. But this thing is metal. Logitech did not freaking cheap out on it. Let me see what... Yeah, it smells definitely like metal. The other one I have was plastic. But... yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Just look at that. Like, literally, just look at that. That's beautiful. That's absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. I believe these legs extend out. Yep, they do. Just like my other one. Oh, man. This one's longer than my other one. Oh, man. This one's really long. Holy crap. It's about, 5 inches, not 6, not quite 6, but if you squeeze the legs together, it becomes at least 6. But this one's 5 inches like this, all spread out, like Filipino with white tourists. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's stick to the review. I'm having an issue with one of these legs. One of them's extending out a little bit too much, but there we go. What can you say? So that tripod is absolutely amazing. This is beautiful. I love it. Back of the webcam, the cable is pretty strong too, pretty long, pretty everything. You can see the microphone. No, you can't. So you can kind of see the microphones right here, webcam. Logitech stand that you can clip onto things. Long USB cable. It's amazing. That is just, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And there's my XSplit membership in the box. I'm still looking in the box. Sorry about that. I'm like, wow. I'm really excited to actually have hopefully a really good webcam for once, rather than a cheap one. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, seriously, this thing is, finally. Videos are going to get a lot easier to do. I hope. But yeah, that's just, wow. Alright, I am using the webcam now. An issue a lot of people were having is that the audio wasn't matching up with their lips, and it didn't matter what frame rate, what resolution, 1080, 720, 480 that they had it on, or how fast or how slow they talked. It wouldn't match up no matter what. I was having that issue as well, and I don't know if this video is actually going to have that issue too. I hope it doesn't, but you can follow a lot of YouTube tutorials. Some of them say to have like an audio video delay on your streamer system, whatever you're using, your recorder, your webcam recorder. I've tried all those and none of them worked, and Logitech says to have a lot of light, and obviously I have a lot of light directly on me. They say have light directly on your subject and your background slightly darker. As you can tell, I'm super bright, my background's really dark, and I've done it close up, I've done it far away, I've done the delay, I've done the light, I've done recording to a separate drive, because sometimes recording to the same drive that you're currently using, that your OS loads to your operating system, will slow it down even more. I've done, what was it? They said to download the Logitech Pro Gaming software on their website, and I did that as well, and it didn't fix it. I've only had one time that I didn't have an issue with it, and I don't know if this is going to work. I'm in 720p 60 FPS right now, so this is not 1080, and some of you will probably think, oh, this is crappy quality. It's really not. If you have a lot of light, this is artificial light. This webcam, like, artificial light's okay, and I don't have like the focus and all that. I don't have the Logitech Gaming Streaming Pro software up right now, but I will in a few seconds, and I'll record again. Here I am recording again. This is with the gaming software activated. You can get more realistic colors and better focus, better image. Obviously, I've tuned the brightness down, the contrast is up just a little bit, the saturation is up a little bit too. You can zoom in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't on the software, on your image, if you want to crop out a whole bunch of stuff, and just pull down on this, and you can move the image around. It's actually a pretty neat feature, but it looks like to me that my lips still aren't matching up, and you don't really lose too much quality. Let me see if I can get the focus, because if it's not on this one, it's on the other one, where you can control the focus and stuff. They have low light compensation. Another thing that people said to turn off if your audio wasn't matching up with your lips. Obviously, I don't think that's actually working. This one's painted to like what I was just doing, but using this thing over here. And in the focus, yeah, you can adjust the focus and get like some cool DSLR bokeh if you can actually get it to work. See, I'm blurred out. And then that. And if you want to get it really cool, I believe this might work too. You can actually get it to focus really close on your eye if you're one of those close-up gamers. Like that, and see my background's blurred. That's all blurred, but I'm up close and it's really clear. And autofocus obviously automatically focuses for you. It tries to find something moving in the room. Sometimes it gets shadows. But yeah, as for the audio delay, if you can't find a fix for it, I definitely try and get another webcam. Because I emailed Logitech like 3 or 4 days ago, and on Black Thursday, which obviously is probably a bad time, but it's now Tuesday and they still haven't gotten back with me yet. So yeah, this is my review of Logitech C922 webcam. When it actually worked, it was great. Um, it was only that one time, and honestly, I cannot recommend this webcam with the delay being an issue, because I've never had, well, I've had another webcam that my mom gave me that did have an issue, but I've had webcams before. My school one was crappy quality, but never had this issue, and I've had a few others that were off-brand, and I think an older Logitech from like 8 years ago that never, like, obviously was really crappy quality, but didn't have audio delay at all. So I don't know. I really can't recommend this, honestly, unless you get it for free and resell it. I'm Josh from Job and Josh with History of Some Reviews, and I'm signing out.